Uja. 2 of your friends are live. Invite them to go live together. Good rising, great awakenings. I'm just trying something new. Oh, good rising. The real web connections. Yes, I'm just trying something new today instead of having a plan. I'm just here to connect with you all and see if there's any topics in wellness you have questions about. I'm going to talk about some of my wellness products and experiences. And if you're watching this on the Kimatones YouTube channel, I'm going to be streaming live from the Light Being Wellness channel in the future. So if you're watching this live or on the replay, please next time check out my other channel. I have time for devotional music, and I have time for astrology and sound healing. And during those programs, questions come up that they're not part of the programs, trying to be devotional or healing. So my spirit guide said, now you're going to have the time where people can just ask questions and we can just talk about things like pinhole glasses. I'm sure you've seen me wear these before. They are glasses that they look like sunglasses from a distance, but they have tiny pinholes in them, and they force your eyes to focus instead of magnifying what you look at. And I've been wearing these for about, oh my gosh, it is 20 years since I first found out about pinhole glasses. Let me write that down. Pinhole glasses. And of course, you can get them at my website. But these type of glasses were banned in the United States for 25 years. 25 years. And so that tells you right there that they work. Because why else would the FDA ban them? They certainly wouldn't ban them if they were dangerous or harmful. Because those are the type of products that make the most money. So things like this that actually save money and improve your quality of living, those are the type of things that are banned by the FDA. So I started wearing these in 2003 after I was working on my second CD album cover. It was that's when we had internet and we were on the computer. This was in 2003. And I was on the computer all the time, and the words were so small to fit on the CD cover that after months of working on that project, I was like squinting all the time, and I couldn't see on the computer, because the light was affecting my eyes, and my eyes were tired. And I pretty much stopped reading books, when we got the computer. I still read reference books or resource books, but as far as like sitting down to read a novel or something, it just wasn't happening. It's a question. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, in 2003, I was wearing reading glasses, and I would lose them. I'd step on them. I'd sit on them. I'd forget them, and it was like buying a pair every week, it seemed. And I went to visit an elder, and I had just gotten out of the car to go visit her, and I'd stepped on my glasses, and I stepped on another, and so she just she went, across the table. Try these. Like that, it was just like, try these. And I put them on. And, So she gave me that pair. And I would say within a month, I saw improvement. I would say even less than a month, because my eyes weren't tired from straining. And they were getting stronger the more you wear them. And there's exercises that you can do to strengthen your eyes. Like one of them is to go around like a clock, like the face of some of you don't even know what that means. Like the clock that has a hand that moves around like a sundial, and you just move your eyes around to the different hours of the clock, clockwise and then counterclockwise, and then up and down, back and forth, all the different angles. And then the one I like is the dimensions, where you're following along different items in your space, and then you instead of just going in 1 or 2 dimensions, you're moving your eyes in 3 dimensions, like around the edges of items in your living space. So your eyes are, because when we're looking at the screen, we're just looking at a flat, so it's like 2-dimensional, and we're 3-dimensional. Some of us are 4 and 5 dimensions. So I would say it was within not very long. And then I was, the more you wear them, the stronger your eyes get. And then it got to the point where I didn't even need to wear them to read. I can read without them. And that surprised me. One day I was at the grocery store, because I read labels, and I didn't have my pinhole glasses with me, but I could read the labels. Wait a minute, this isn't happening. So you may see me from time to time just throw them on so I could read the comments without straining. Can they be worn over prescription glasses? No, the idea behind these is you take off your glasses and see. There's a book called that, Take Off Your Glasses and See. What is his name? I used to have a copy, and I gave it away. I lent it to someone, and they never brought it back. So I'm looking up Take Off Your Glasses and See. And the name of the book is Take Off Your Glasses and See by, what's his name? Take Off Your Glasses and See, a mind-body approach to, to vision. Oh, Jacob Lieberman is his name. Take Off Your Glasses and See. And he writes in his book that when you go to his workshop, you go, and the first thing you do, you're sitting in the auditorium, he says, take off your glasses. And people are like, I can't see without my glasses. And he teaches you how to see with all of your senses, using your intuition, your inner vision, your sense of smell, your hearing, how to see from within, not just relying on your eyes. And then after, he gives a lecture and you do exercises, then he's like, okay, now we're going to go outside and go for a walk. And people are saying things like, I can't see without my glasses. I've been wearing glasses since I was 2. And yeah, your eyes are just weak. He was an optometrist, and he said he got tired of just writing prescriptions for people so they could see. And he just got tired of writing stronger and stronger prescriptions, and their eyesight was getting worse and worse and worse. He didn't have anything to offer them. So yes, no, you don't want to wear them over your prescription glasses. You want to take off your prescription glasses and exercise your eye. Another one is you rub your hands together until it's warm, and then you put it over your eyes. And I've been saying this for like 20 years. I'm going to make a handbook of all the exercises I used to do and put them in one booklet. And that is something that I need to do. I really do, because those are the only 3 exercises, 4 that I really remember, and there's a lot. I actually had a booklet. I was just going to make photocopies, and when I moved, a lot of my things went missing. And that is a traumatic story. I don't want to bring that up. So I definitely recommend pinhole glasses. Funny story, in 2007, I was so enamored with the pinhole glasses, I decided to order 3,000 pair directly from a factory in China. And back then, they were still kind of banned. You couldn't, when I had bought mine, they came from somebody in Italy. It wasn't from an American. And I ordered 3,000 pair, and I had designer frames in all different colors, and I had my logo on the side. They were going to be so cool. And the FDA detained them and said that they hadn't been pinball tested, and pin drop tested. And that means they stand like 20 feet, on a platform 20 feet high, and then drop the glasses to the ground to see if they shatter and break. But that's supposed to be for glasses, not plastic glasses. So they stole my glasses, and I hired an attorney. Even the factory split the cost with me for the attorney to get the glasses. And the attorney that I chose was just a scam, and they took more money. So I lost money. And the FDA detained the glasses for 5 years, and then they destroyed them. They made it all the way to the warehouse, which was just a few hours from my house, and I couldn't go get them. Another sad story. Anyway, I would love for you to buy a pair of pinhole glasses. Just go to lightbeingwellness.com/ let's see, is it basic pinhole? You would think I would know this. I'm up here talking about them. Let's see. Of course, my website isn't showing up. Let's see. Let me try one more time. I know I can go to the shop. Oops. Well, I guess I'm just not prepared for this. Oh, wait. lightbeingwellness.com. Let's try this. Pinhole glasses. Oh, yeah. lightbeingwellness.com pinhole glasses. Oh, my TikTok's about pinhole glasses, but not the link. Okay, well, all I can tell you is go to lightbeingwellness.com and then go to the search. I guess I could do that, huh? Okay, lightbeingwellness.com. Shop. There's my shop, lightbeingwellness.com/shop. You think it would just be right on the front page of the shop, but no, it's not. But it's going to show up. There we go. There we go. Basic black pinhole glasses. Okay, lightbeingwellness.com. That link is too long, but I'll put it in the YouTube. lightbeingwellness.com/product/basic pinhole glass, basic black pinhole glasses. I'm going to change that link because that is too much to remember. I'll put this up there. There we go. Okay. So if you watch this video on YouTube, you can see the link. And if I have many TikTok videos that I posted about pinhole glasses. All right, that's one subject of wellness. Does anyone have any questions or comments about their health or healing journey? Because I could just talk for hours about mine. Any questions about health or healing? Like you're thinking of go to the doctor? I'm on IG. Yes, I know. I posted my TikToks on Instagram too. So I always post my wellness TikToks on Instagram. I will repost a TikTok. I will repost a video on Instagram. So it'll be easier for you to find the link to the shop. So let's see. It's my 20-year anniversary of wearing pinhole glasses. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, the next thing I want to talk about, wellness, Because what is wellness? Wellness doesn't just mean like your physical health, and it doesn't just mean spiritual health. It doesn't just mean emotional health. It could mean abundance. It could mean financial health. Finances are often tuned to are tied to our trauma and our root chakra, and I've been working on that a lot. My goodness. And I just found out I have a lot more to do. But wellness to me also includes like our mindset and our perspective on life. For me, wellness includes freedom, liberty, independence, sovereignty. You know, those are words that, you know, it depends on if you took the red pill or the blue pill, you're going to have completely different definitions. And I definitely am a red pill type of person. And recently, I mean, I was the red pill person even before that movie came out, but I'm definitely the type of person that is looking for the truth, seeking sovereignty, is looking for solutions and answers to questions. The most basic questions we have is, why am I here? What is my purpose? You know, and then there's this whole side of me that is a warrior. It's just straight up light warrior. Yes, red pill, of course, yes. Light warrior, light worker. And it's only recently that I've really started to fully embrace what that means to me. I've been on a journey of health and healing, you know, healing from trauma. And then I've been on a cultural and a spiritual quest to know more about myself, my ancestral roots, and then the spiritual lineage. For me, it's definitely Kemet. And then I have this whole like Turtle Island frequency, you know, and my purpose is kind of is redirecting. I mean, enlightenment, of course, is the only real goal that we have on Earth as humans, light beings trapped in human experiences, having human experiences trapped in watery encasements, you know. And so when you're on a spiritual quest, spiritual journey, they're teaching you to not be attached. They taught me to let go of my attachments to the world, to worldliness, to situations in the world, you know, because I was really like trying to save the world with music and sound, and that comes back, well, that's egoism, you know, because you can't save the world. You can really only save yourself. So that takes you back to mindset and perspective and breaking free of Western imperialism and caucasity and colonialism and casting down frequencies and vibrations and practices and habits and thoughts and teachings that really only serve the mainstream. They don't serve like the natural stream. They don't serve the real life. They're serving this like totally artificial, man-made lifestyle. And so up until recently, I thought that this whole little scheme was, you know, maybe like 200 years old, maybe 400, you know, going back to slavery, you know, I guess 500 years now. And I thought it was, you know, it was that. I knew there was feuds, and I know there was enslavement back in the day, like, and I knew there was wars, you know, and I knew there were kings that had money and power and greed, and I was aware of all that, you know. But it wasn't until recently that I learned that this current plan to control the world and the resources and the medical industrial complex and the educational institutions and the military machines and, you know, the petroleum industry, I did not know that can get traced back at least 1,000 years to the Crusades. I'd never come across that type of information. And let's see, invite people. What is this? Invite, send. Oh, I didn't know all I had to do was I didn't know all you had to do is push that button and it would invite people. I thought I would have to go and invite people. Yeah, so anyway, it was a TikTok person I follow that said, hey, do y'all know about the Burrow TV network channel? It's on Roku. And I'm like, what? You have to add it. It's not automatically there. And then they have a website. They have like 10 free videos. I think you have to become a member to see the rest of them. And so it's like she said, it's a conspiracy theorist treasure. It's like there's videos on everything. And I've been watching a series of videos, movies called The Cult of the Medics. And this is what's my wellness journey is right now. It's learning more about the medical industrial complex. You know, that it is part of the Christian empire. You know, it was set up for the Crusades, during the Crusades, and they just kept it going. And it's this whole system that they have going. And when they started, they are each actually people called hospitaliers, and this is a branch of the military of the church state, because back then it was the church state. And they're sovereign. That's why, you know, sovereignty. They are a sovereign unit. And they would set up hospitals to take care of the dead people from the war, from the Crusades, like while they're defending the church. You know, they had to figure out what to do with all these bodies and all these, you know, dead people. And so this branch, what is it? The Sovereign Knights of the Malta Medic. Let me see. I don't know the exact. What is it? The Order of the Medic. I think that is the Order of the Malta. I'm getting all the words mixed up. Oh, Sovereign Military Order of Malta. And they're the ones with the red cross and the white cross and the red cross. That's the Red Cross started back then. And they were a branch of the church that, you know, when they were doing all their satanic rituals and massacres, these were the people that took care of the body. And then they became the medics, right? Like we have medicine, medics, medical, media, and they grew to become, you know, the 1% elite, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the vanguards started then too. They were on the ships. And then the Black Rocks, they all started at the same time and place. And they are all still in control of the medical industry. Yeah, it's like, it is a rabbit hole. That's why it's called Burrow TV. And their logo has the red pill. So the medics, the Maltas, the Rockefellers, the Rothschild, the Vanguards, the Black Rocks, and they own like all the corporations. They have a map of all the corporations that they own. And it was Rockefeller, when he realized that you could make drugs out of petroleum, that's when they really had the movement to eliminate all natural remedies and all natural health. And then he funded the colleges that we call Ivy League schools and all the medical schools, and he taught them how to administer the drugs and how to sell the drugs, right? And then he started the pharmaceutical industry, which is based on the petroleum industry. And then they work with the mafia. I was making a joke about farm mafia. They work with the mafia. They actually it's not funny. It's really not funny, you know. But they work with the mafia to make sure everyone's, you know, doing what they're supposed to do. And then they control the agricultural industry. They're the ones that said you can't grow food organically. You need to add the pesticides in order to make the food. And all of this, the plan was to, you know, because there were so many dead bodies and so many people, they decided then that they needed to reduce the population. It wasn't just the plan that came about, at World War with Hitler. Hitler works for the church. Hitler works for the medics. Hitler has one of those. I mean, that's one of the emblems on their military garb is the Sovereign Order of the Malta. And they're all sovereign. They made themselves sovereign. So the next wellness tip is to check out Burrow TV. My two favorite ones so far is from JFK to 9/11, because I didn't know that there was actually 8 assassins in place to kill JFK. In case one missed, they had it. And then they hired the mafia to impersonate the police that was guarding the vehicle. So they all moved out of the way at the right time for the assassin to take a shot. It's really not funny. I'm not laughing. What's making me laugh is like a nervous laughter that I can't believe that so many of us don't know. You know, that's what's the hard pill to swallow, is how long it's been that we didn't know. So now that we know, what do we do? Summoning more light. Right, exactly. That is exactly what we do. And that takes me to my third wellness. Thank you for that. My third wellness experience recently with this whole healing journey. Because if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been recovering from PTSD I've had for like 30 years. Over 30 years I've been dealing, you know. And I had gotten to the point where I just didn't know if I would ever heal from it. I just thought all I could do is learn to live with it. But before I found out about the Burrow TV, I had decided to watch all of the Stargate series. You know, because I was supposed to be an astronaut, so I was like, this might be fun, you know. You know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Just watch it for a little while. So I watched all of it. I watched all 10 seasons. Then I watched Stargate Atlantis, and I watched Stargate Universe. And after all that was over, I realized, and I've been talking about it in my posts, that, you know, on this spiritual quest and this healing journey and the journey to know more about my cultural roots and the ancestral traditions of the world and the indigenous people of the 4 directions, I had kind of gotten away from like how it all began for me with Sirius and the Milky Way. Like I was going to be an astronaut, but my passion for the stars never waned. I just found different ways to express it, and I became obsessed with trying to put out regular moon offerings, you know, and I was just like really trying to do that. And I realized like recently that I don't want to do that. That's too much. So like you talked about summoning in more light, I was just really asking for more guidance, and I just stopped doing everything that wasn't working for me because I was following someone else's calendar and someone else's agenda, someone else's schedule. Even my teachers, they had an agenda for me. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, we have to start sharing that information because we are getting lost. But anyway, back to the light. I just opened up to the galaxy. There's like, you know, there's universal consciousness, there's solar consciousness, there's lunar consciousness, you know, there's planetary frequencies, you know, and I've been getting more and more into Sirius, which is like, you know, really my heart. But I had like just tuned out the galaxy. Even my record label is called Milky Way Records and Productions. So I said, you know, I'm just going to schedule my online offerings and presentations to be in alignment with the Milky Way and Sirius. And then the Solar Sidereal calendar, I follow the 13-month sidereal calendar that's based on the actual motion of the sun and the planets through the constellations. And I'm just going to focus on those. And then I saw the constellation of the Sacred Hoop, arrangement of constellations known as the Sacred Hoop by the Lakota. It's Gemini, Orion, and Canis Major with Sirius, which is Jehuti, Asar, and Aset, and Anpu. And then on the other side is Ophiuchus, which is a giant constellation that looks like a ring, right? And then I was like, wait a minute. One of these is pointing towards the outer arm of our Milky Way, and the other one is heading us towards the center of the Milky Way. So I said, that's got to mean something. I don't know what that means, but I'm going with it. And so I've just been riding this wave. I rearranged all of my schedules and my offerings to reflect the Milky Way. And I just, I had made contact with my spirit guide. In fact, I named the temple after the spirit guide, my spirit guide. I have a nonprofit 508c1a, not 501c3. But I was not really tuning in with her like as much as I could for guidance. So I've been doing that. I rearranged my whole spiritual practice and just really listening and trusting and because I have an piece of art I made, because I realized that I've been trying to do all these things myself, like for the divine. I got caught in that trap of doing things for the divine rather than allowing the divine to move through me and use me. I was trying to set everything up so it's perfect, and that's not working. That is not leading to my light being wellness. That was leading to my light being detriment to my not well-being. And I have to thank my dear friend Beverly for keeping me on my toes about this kind of positive conversation. So anyway, I made this little diagram. These are little candles of representing all the things that I've been trying to accomplish or manifest for a while. And at first I had drawn this flame, and I said, now how am I going to get the divine to get this energy and light all these candles for me? What have I got to do? And then I realized, oh, I'm the light. I'm the light, and the unseen hand of the divine is using me to light all these candles. So yes, the real web connections. It's not just about summoning the light, but embracing, acknowledging, accepting the fact that we are the light. We are light. I am the light that my life needs. I need to light up my life. Or I need to let the divine light up my life. I don't need anything. The divine is using me to light up all these areas. And, it's my property, the world, problems, all these things. Just, I've been chanting and affirming and writing out intentions, and I see progress. I definitely see the energy building. I can feel the shifts going on inside of me. But the thing that I really need to happen is like a huge miracle, and every now and then I get, and then I have to like build it up again. Oh, this is a nice comment. I'm glad you're you and sharing you. You've gathered a massive amount of information from both inner and outer, and now you're in alignment. That's what I see. Thank you. Yes, exactly. That is exactly how it feels. When I had the realization that I'm leaving the Kemetic temple I've been with for 12 years, and I'm just going to stop studying, because I've studied for 12 years, and it awakened this whole new side of music for me with Kemetic devotional music, which I just love it. But I still love my reggae and my world music. I still love the medicine wheel music. So it's just expanded. But you're right, I just got to a point where I was saturated, and now it's time to put it all together. The last time I was in Kemet, right before the COVID started, my spirit guide said, now you're going to go back, and your project is to unite Eastern and Western Kemet, Turtle Island, because because back then our ancestors united northern and southern Kemet, and that represented our higher and lower consciousness. And now we've got to, because Turtle Island is Kemet. I can't say which one came first, but I know that we have Turtle Island Kemet and we have Alkebulan Kemet. It's a frequency, it's a vibration. I don't have all the answers, but all that to say that these forces that are in the world wreaking havoc on humanity, planet Earth, they see us the way we see meat to be slaughtered, or the way we treat I love my dog. I love living with my dog, but she's not. I don't see her as a human. I don't care for her the same way I care for my children, because she's quote unquote just a dog. And that's how the forces that are controlling our lives today, that's how they see us. And they have granted themselves sovereignty. And, we can choose to not be a part of that. It's not going to be easy, because their plan is to replace humans, to combine humans with technology to the point where we can be totally controlled by them, because this is their plan. So we need our own plan. That's all. We need our own game plan. All the tools that they're using with the symbols and the spells and the rituals and the techniques, they all learned that from our ancestors, from black, melanated, indigenous people of this planet and beyond. And they're just changing it, manipulating it to fit their agenda. So we have to have our own agenda, our own plan. Like she says, summoning the light. I've embraced, I'm a light worker, a light being, and I work for the light. I don't work for money. We need money to pay for things, but money is energy. And so I just feel and believe there's a way to tap into that. And I've had success, like it was unexpected. I was doing this and I guess I didn't really believe it would work, and then it worked, and then I was like, it worked. And I just, I guess that would be consistency, being consistent with your practices and the techniques to build up the energy, to really be able to manifest and make changes. So those are 3 aspects of light being wellness. Oh wow, well thank you. I'm glad it's helping. I'm just talking and sharing my experience. I will share though, the same woman that introduced me to those glasses, when I was working with her, I started on the journey of sovereignty, like through the paperwork. And I did make progress, and then, things happened. I left it alone. And then I went through steps to establish the nonprofit as a 508, or in Illinois it's an 805, in 2012. And then I made progress, and then life happened, and now I've started the process again with the temple here in Illinois, and I've started working with the sovereignty paperwork again. So that's exciting. People ask me, how have I, stayed the way that I am, whatever that is. And I think it's because I never had to have a 9-to-5 job or lifestyle. So that whole extra stress, it wasn't a part of I had other stresses, but that, what does that song go? I have 99 problems, but a 9-to-5 stress job life isn't one of them, so. Oh, yeah. Yes, trips to Kemet do that, don't they? Yes, I've had the good fortune of 4 times. And like I said, I was there when COVID broke out. And when I was there, I was making moves to actually move there. I have a opportunity there to do comedic music and sound healing. But I haven't gone yet, because my inner guidance is like, stay here, get this property up and running, and then you'll have some stability to go out and do what you're here to do. And sometimes I doubt and question that. Like yesterday I was like, but today I was awake. You gotta go do that broadcast for Imhotep because you didn't do it last night. You're too tired. So, okay, let me go back to that. Oh, good rising, Brittany. Britty rising. Good rising, Britty rising. Good rising and great awakening. Great awakenings. Just that quickly, I lost my train of thought. So, there's that too. What was that? Well, I don't know. Britty, do you have any questions? Because I lost my train of thought when I came to greet you. So now I'm trying to get it to come back. It was a good one. Well, anyway, back to sovereignty. That's probably where I was going. As far as like wellness and well-being, I feel like I have inner peace and inner well-being, like within myself. I'm doing really good. And then, I came up with ways of helping people, and that feels really good too. Feels very authentic. However, coming up against the industry, the marketing industry, the music industry, the wellness industry, that just like doesn't make me feel very good. So, but that, I don't know what the answer is to that. Just get better at, marketing and talking about yourself. Like I see on social media and online, the people that are doing great things, if you count having great social media platforms, is they just get on these live streams and just talk about themselves. That's not natural for me. I can come online and sing for an hour or do sound healing for an hour. I can chant for an hour. But this right here, what I'm doing, is a big stretch. Yeah. Someone wants to go live with me. Okay. Let's try it. I don't know what's going to happen. It said to invite you to go live. So I'm inviting someone to go live on TikTok. This is this Man Millie? Oh, I follow you. Oh, but I don't have on my headphones. Hold on. I have this crazy microphone on. Like, I don't hear anything. Excuse me, just give me a second. I can't even see it. There it goes. Okay. All right, this is the first time I've done this. Hello?
What's going on?
Great awakenings. Yeah, this is the first time I've done this because usually I'm doing music and I can't stop to, like say hello.
It's all good.
Hey, so what's going on with you today? Do you have any input on wellness? This is just a free conversation about wellness and whatever that entails for you.
Yeah, man, shit. You gotta you gotta focus on, wellness, Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
so I'm about to it's 11, but I'm saying, I'm about to munch on something real quick and get in the shower. You know what I'm saying? I just got on TikTok.
oh, okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate you being on here. We've been talking about these pinhole glasses. You know how the FDA banned
Pinhole.
them for 25 years because they actually work. They force your eyes to focus instead of magnifying what you look at.
Oh, okay.
And I've been wearing these for 20 years. This is my 20-year anniversary of pinhole glasses, and I sell them at my website.
Yeah,
And
can you see?
yeah, they instead of squinting, they force your eyes to get stronger. And yeah, you can see. I see perfectly fine with them. I mean,
Oh,
I'm so
okay.
used to it now, but yeah, instead of squinting, and your eyes get
Mm-hmm.
stronger. Like the more you wear them, the stronger you get, to where you don't even need them, and you just wear them to keep your eyes stronger.
Mm. I ain't never seen that though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were banned by the FDA for like 25 years.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, you could only
Mm-hmm.
get them from like somebody in Italy or Canada. And I
Right.
talked about how I invested in 3,000 pairs back in 2006. Was it 2000? Yeah, 2006, and the FDA detained them for 6 years and then destroyed them.
Okay. So, yeah. How much are they?
I sell them for $20 at my website plus shipping.
You finna make a killing.
Okay. Lightbeingwellness.com/product/basic black pinhole glasses. I gotta shorten
Mm-hmm.
that link because that's too long. But yeah, they're great. I've been wearing them for 20 years now, and I remember it's really fascinating because when my daughter was 2 years old, well, she was 18 months. She kicked me in my eye. She kicked me in this right eye. I was doing the
Oh
cobra
my God.
pose, and
Ah.
I sat up, and she said, "Hi, mommy," and she just kicked me right in my eye. And I don't go to hospitals or doctors. I don't trust them. Maybe for a broken bone. So I sat in my room for like 2 days just with my hand over my eyes. I just prayed that I would be able to see again. I just
Mm-hmm.
prayed and prayed. And then, after the 2 days, the pain went away and I could see again. But every now and then,
Oh
it,
wow.
it would get really like if I didn't drink enough water, or if I woke up and it was a very cold, dry day in my room, I would have excruciating pain. Like, oh my gosh! And I
That-
put lavender drops and calendula drops and calendula cream, and it take like 3 hours for the pain to go away so I could see again. And the water would be
Dang.
streaming from my eye.
Yeah, she
And
kicked you pretty hard.
huh?
I said she kicked you pretty hard.
She did. It was in pain for like 20, and that would happen for like 20 years. Like every now and then
Mm.
it would just like ah. Like one time I was on the road to go to a Native American memorial, and it was like a two or
You
3 hour drive, and when I woke up my eye was hurting, and I was like, I'm still gonna go, I'm still gonna go. I couldn't hardly see. I was trying. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning. I couldn't hardly see. I only had one eye, but I went anyway. All that to say, um, I've had some, and then I don't know if you can see, I have this weird cut on my eye when I was like 8 years old. I was
yeah.
standing up on a swing.
See, I got the same cut though on both of my eyes too though,
I
but
think
it's
you posted a
natural though.
video. I think you posted a video about people that have injuries like this. Because I said, hey, I have
Mm-hmm.
one. Oh, I fell off a swing, and it was when I was 8 years old, they were wooden swings with nails, and I sat up, and I said, "Did the swing hit me?" And then the nail went right there. The swing went bang, like right there.
Oh my God.
So I've had lots of injuries to this eye in particular. And another crazy eye story, wellness story, is when I first came into knowledge of my, who I am, Native American, African, light being, because up until then I didn't know about any of this. And I had this.
You look indigenous American to me though.
Yeah, thank you. I have Cherokee and Blackfoot, so
Mm-hmm.
Chalagi and Saponi. A
Yeah, I'm
lot.
saying you look dead like no African needed. Like you look indigenous. Like I can look at
Right.
you and tell you're not African.
Well, I do have African in me, though. I have photographs to prove it. Some of my ancestors were not slaves. They were free. And they fought in the Civil War to help end slavery. So I do
Yes,
have
ma'am.
quite a bit of that, too. And I also
Hmm.
have people of the North, European. I have German and French.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no paperwork to prove that I'm from Africa or Europe. Like I know for a fact I'm Native American, man. Well, I'm
Yeah.
indigenous American,
Yeah,
like
indigenous
period.
American. Yeah. I don't have paperwork. I
Yeah,
have photographs.
yeah.
Photographs of my ancestors from those
Yes, ma'am.
days.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
anyway, I had a severe hatred of white people. Like, I was so angry because I didn't grow up learning about Africa. I didn't grow up learning about Turtle Island. I didn't grow up knowing about anything.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
But I'm saying you supposed to like the world is like Like it's changing now. Like as we on this live, bro, it's
Oh
changing
yeah, it's
now.
changing. It's changing.
Yes, yes.
But this was 30 years ago. But
Mm-hmm.
I developed styes on my eye.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a sty is? It's like a big giant pimple on your eye.
Oh,
And
okay.
it went here, 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 then over here, then here, and then back here. Over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
2 years. And it went away when I realized that I have European ancestors and I can't hate every single white person on the earth because of what you have done, because
Oh
I'm
yeah.
hating
Oh,
part of myself. And then they went away. Never came back.
right.
So,
I'm saying like, cause you can't hate the mass of white
mm-mm,
people, cause
mm-mm.
all of them is not, you know what I'm saying? Well, quote unquote white,
Right,
but all
exactly.
of them is not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Not all of them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can't like just like you can't hate the black race. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote. You can't hate the Asian race.
Nope.
All of them ain't don't believe like the mass majority of them do. Some of them good. You
Exactly.
know?
And that's when the styes went away. I started singing that song Lakota Four Directions. I have a reggae song called Lakota Four Directions. And it's a song, it's a sacred song that's sung usually at sweat lodge or ceremonies. And I
Mm-hmm.
recorded that song. And when I started singing that song every day, the styes went away because the medicine of the Lakota medicine wheel is, have you, I have an image of it. It's a circle with like a white, yellow, black. I have one. Hold on. Hold on. Here it is. My handmade one. Okay. Here we go. If you can see the whole thing. But you get the idea. This is a
Right.
Lakota medicine wheel. And
Right.
so I started working with this because the Hopi prophecy says that in these days and times, the indigenous people of the four directions will come together and share the teachings that are for each direction. And so
This is happening now.
it's
This is
happening. Yeah,
happening now.
this is the third. We're going through the third shaking of the earth, and the spider webs in the sky. Like they described this 10,000 years ago. What's happening right now?
Now.
Yeah, and you can look it up. Hopi prophecy. I'll have to
Shit, I
make a
had
video.
watched the video on it. It was this quote unquote Native American, and he was talking about the Hopi prophecy. But he
Yeah.
he even was saying the white man, but he was saying it was gonna be these stone snakes all over on the country, which is
Mm.
now the roads. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes.
I
Everything
had
they
watched,
said. Mm-hmm.
bro. I swear to God, I
They
had watched
described
it.
everything without even
Yeah,
knowing. They described the internet. They said people will be
yeah,
walking around like shells and that this weapon's going to come and the people that are empty inside are just going to evaporate because there's nothing alive inside of them. And there's going to
right,
be some like frequency and you'll be walking with someone and they're just going to drop. And that
right,
is kind of what's happening. I'm sorry.
right
It is
now.
what's happening. So back to this chart. Where is it? So it has like the people of the four directions. We each have a medicine. So the first people were the people of the south. Like other medicine wheel charts, they have the colors arranged in different directions. I don't know why. Because this is how, if you look at a map, this is, if you put all the continents together, this is what you're going to have. So the people to the south are the black people, and then the black people traveled everywhere, and then over time, this is how people look now. And so the people to the west, they have the gift. Well, the people to the south have the gift of the water. That's the soul. Because this, I also combined it with the spiral dance medicine wheel, which combines the elements, the seasons, and the Lakota say it's the four seasons, the four elements, the four aspects of beings, the four directions, and the indigenous people of the four directions. So the people of the south have the salt, the water, and the soul. The people to the west have the medicine and the foods, the gift of the foods. The people to the north, indigenous people to the north, they have the gift of the fire. And the people to the east have the gift of the air, the gift of the mind. And they say the people of the north, with the gift of the fire, even though their inventions were invented by black people, they get credit for the first car, the first light bulb, the electricity, all that, even though they had that in Kemet. But in this phase of life, they're holding the element of fire. And then also this
Well,
represents the
see,
seasons.
from my understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kemet existed over there, but I'm saying, like, it's coming out right now that
Yeah,
the
we
real
talked
Egypt
about
is
that.
right here.
We talked about that too.
Yes.
Kemet's here, Turtle
Yeah.
Island,
Yeah.
and it's time to unite Kemet and Turtle Island instead of saying it's separate. Like
You know what I'm saying? But they found,
oh yeah,
Egyptian in the Grand Canyon and,
oh yep, and
Ohio.
yep,
You know what I'm
and then
saying? They were
also
saying,
in Brazil, Peru, Ecuador. I've traveled and I've studied. That's my passion is galactic cultural astronomy, which is basically what I've been working up to. I just never really saw. But did you read When Rocks Cry Out by Horace Butler?
no, I can't say I have.
Okay, yeah, he maps it out. He's got maps showing that there's that current from West Africa to the Yucatan and the
Oh yeah,
Olmecs.
but I seen that though. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, all that, yeah. Yeah, when I say Kemet, I mean Kemet and Turtle Island,
hmm
because it's one culture. When you say
yeah,
Turtle Island, most people think of quote unquote Native American, but before it was Native American, whatever
yeah,
word you want to call it, Olmec, Toltec,
yeah. Old man,
American, it
yeah,
was black. It was
to
whatever.
America.
To America, yeah. I don't know how
Yeah,
people are going to agree on a name. I am partial to Kemet because from what I've studied, their their inscriptions leave instructions on how to become enlightened and how to prepare yourself so that when your body dies, you don't have to come back and reincarnate. You can just keep going in eternity. And
yes.
I like their information because it's scientific. The other ones is more like cultural or historical, but like these are the first ones that allow me to literally change my mind. Like I studied
Yes,
Buddhism for 20 years, and that I
yes,
learned a lot about manifesting, but I didn't learn about changing my mind, and it didn't connect me to my roots. When I was studying Turtle Island culture, it was comforting and healing, and I knew it was my roots, but it wasn't helping me change my mind, and that's what I needed to do because I was a trauma survivor. I needed to change my mind. And so that's
yes.
why I'm really connected to Kemet. Like I even was into Rastafari for a while and Black Hebrew Israelites. I've studied
Yes, yes.
around.
I've
And
been through all those
and
phases,
I've
like
studied
Hebrew
Wicca with the people of the
Israelite.
North.
Bro,
Yeah, so now we just
I've
gotta
been
put
through
it
all of
together.
those.
We
Yeah, yeah.
gotta put it together because that's what the Hopis say. We get all the pieces and we bring all the pieces together. We'll have the truth. But until then, we don't have the truth. We just have pieces of it.
Right. Well,
So
shit,
yeah.
I'm check you out. Right now, I'm finna hop in the shower though, cause
Okay,
Uh, but
great.
I'm gonna check you out, man. Oh God.
I follow you. I see you all the time. So thank you for tuning in. I've never done this before. It was great. Thank you.
All right. Be
Okay.
blessed, man.
Patap. Peace.
All right, hotel.
All right. So that was fun, interesting. Let's see.
Hold on,
Walter.
how you exit?
Oh, do I have to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I've never done this before.
Me. Oh God, I don't even know how you. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
All right, hotel.
Peace. Peace out. Hotel. Okay, good. All right. So how are we doing? I see some people are still here listening and enjoying the conversation. Um, yeah. So for those of you who just joined, my name is Arit Tachia Ahmet, and this is from Light Being Wellness. And I'm on here doing music or sound healing or astrology. And my spirit guide Asmataji said, you need to just go on there and just talk about wellness. Like just talk to the people. So this is my first time doing this. I might start doing some sort of podcast. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. So let's see how much time. Is this thing still on? I don't know. I don't have proof that I'm still on YouTube. Yeah, I'm still on. Okay. Okay. So are there any other questions or topics or suggestions? Anyone have any questions about light being wellness? Like light being, why is this called light being wellness? Well, in the Kemetic tradition and other traditions as well, we are considered to be light beings living or trapped in watery encasements. And that, there's two aspects to our existence. We have our divinity, and then we have our practicality. And then in the Kemetic tradition, that's Aset and Nebuhet, the two snakes that are going up the central shaft. The central shaft represents Asar, and then the wings represent, enlightenment. And that is the symbol of the medical industry that was taken from Kemet. So light beings are here to be light workers to help raise the frequency of the planet so that we can resist this oppression from, at least from the Crusades. I mean, if you watched Stargate, one of the enemies was a reptilian that needed human hosts. So they bred human hosts and enslaved them. And then another one was artificial intelligence, the replicators, that the ancients built these replicators to defeat the reptilians, but then the replicators got their own consciousness and became a super killer, and they were both trying to defeat these AI that we are right now allowing in our day-to-day lives. And then they go to another galaxy, and there's another enemy that eats humans, that collects them. And like we have food in our refrigerator. They have huge ships of just humans that are still alive, that they go to planets and just capture them and then put them in storage. Like, it's one of the things about the Burrow TV is they'll teach you there's such a thing as predictive programming, where they make movies and TVs about these things that they are already doing or they're going to do to us. And by them telling us what they're going to do, it takes away the karmic effect of doing such crimes against humanity. All right, so I don't know how that got on there. I want to watch this again. Will I post it? Yes, it will be posted on this Instagram channel, and it will be posted on my YouTube channels. I have a Kimitone's YouTube channel, and my spirit guide said I need to start going live on the Light Being Wellness YouTube channel so that we can just explore all these comments. So it's been so good for you to be here. And I remember when I came and gave your family sound healing sessions. I hope I get to do that again soon. So I was talking about the whole thing by light being wellness. So we're light beings in these watery encasements, and we're here to do this light work and raise the vibration of the planet. And we're like bombarded with all these other human beings, other light beings, and other entities. They could be reptilians, they could be artificial intelligence, or they could be, what is it? What do you, when you eat a human, when you eat, what's it? What? Well, I know there's not a carnivore when humans eat other humans, but what is it when an alien eats human? What's that? Do we have a word for that? Do we have a word for when aliens eat humans? What is that? Trafficking? What is that? Organ harvesting? It's not funny, but I mean, somebody said I should do stand-up comedy because when I talk about these things, it's funny. I don't know. And anyway, if we're going to we're not talking about defeating Britain or Biden or, Bill Gates, because they're in on it, on this whole bigger picture that started over 1,000 years ago. So it's not just like vote somebody else in, or, it's gonna like she was saying earlier, it has to come from within us, our light. We have to summon the light. We are the light. We have to bring up and bring out the light, because we are light, and we're trapped in these watery like sacks, and we're all concerned about how does our sack look, like what are we going to cover our sack with, and you know, what jewels, what crystals can I wear so that my experience will be enhanced. And we really need to be getting into the light. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to upload it onto the Light Being Wellness YouTube channel, and then I'm going to, you know, direct you over there, because I like having the 3 different channels. It's easier to find things, and some people are only interested in sound. They don't want to have to scroll through all my music videos, and some people are only interested in music. They don't want to scroll through me ranting about all these things. So that's one place where all these live streams are stored, and it's just very organized. So if you have any subjects that you want covered, I'm going to be covering the herbs in my salves. I have the detox. Like right now, this is the 2nd day of a cleanse I'm doing for the equinox. Oh, I forgot to mention the spring equinox is coming up, and there will be a spiral dance and medicine wheel offering for the indigenous people of the 4 directions to come together and rise up and shake off Caucasian colonialism and Western imperialism. That's going to be at 7 a.m. Central. But I'm going to start talking about different products I use, like the product I used for the bone detox of last month. I'm going to be doing a liver detox, a liver flush in April. And, the herbs in my products, just whatever. Oh, the yoga. That's, oh my, I need a script. I'm going to need a script. The yoga. I'm going to start teaching the yoga classes, it won't be the Tef Neteru Sima Pout, like you learn from Chateau Neter or Temple of Aset or Egyptian Yoga or Dr. Mwada Ashby or Dr. Karen Ashby. That's the foundation. But this is Akusa Neb, Light Being Wellness in Medineter, right? And it's the level 2 of the Tef Neteru Sima Pout with my own spin or my own vibrations to enhance the experience. And it's not for beginners. I'm not going to be saying, okay, now put your hands in the Sema posture and then raise your arms up and bring them back and exhale and inhale and lean forward and then extend your left leg back. I'm not going to be doing that. It's all reflective meditation. Heck out. It's a movement. What is it? Akusaneb, Kemetic movement meditation posture system. Okay, so I'm going to start off by just doing a few videos, and I'm putting together the book, and I have one of the songs recorded, and I'm going to do the other song, which is like all the meditations that go with the postures, and it'll be timed, like I'm going to do the postures and then recite the meditations along with the postures. And so, but during these presentations, I may, if I'm guided, may give some demonstrations. I mean, these sessions is totally open. The conversation, this is galactic conversation. This is like anything can be discussed. If it's dealing with wellness, if it's something that takes away from our wellness, we're only going to address how we can get our wellness back. I'm not opening up to everything light being wellness. That includes politics, sovereignty, diet, nutrition, fasting, spirituality, culture, music, Stargate. Oh, and then last thing is, if you weren't here on the beginning, burrowtv.com. I have a cute little TikTok video. I've posted it. I don't know if I've posted it on Instagram yet. I think that's the next round of posts. burrowtv.com. It's on Roku, or go to burrowtv.com. They have like 10 free episodes. My 2 favorites so far is from JFK till 9/11, and I'm on episode 6 of The Cult of the Medics. The Cult of the Medics is the history of the medical industry, the history of how the petroleum industry controls the medical industry, the history of how the church, the petroleum industry, and Hitler and Satanists are all working together. Politicians, the mafia, the police, they're all working together to reduce the population. The population that remains will be artificially intelligized, like people are all into having these AIs and avatars and the metaverse. That is how they see the world. Burrow TV. Oh, I think I can put it here. Oh, I've never done this before. BURROWTV.com. Burrow, like a rabbit. It's the white. Their logo is their avatar is a white rabbit, like from the Matrix, right? And the logo is a red pill. And one of the big jolts I had in my consciousness this past week was because I had been watching these shows. I didn't even get to share the huge wellness breakthrough I had this week. I'm not gonna go much longer because I haven't really talked about this with the online community yet. I've started seeing a hypnotherapist because I want to remember what happened when I was given phenobarbital 3 times a day to deal with the fevers and seizures I had after I was given a vaccine at age 6 months. Yes, this was back in 1961 to 1968. I was ingesting phenobarbital 3 times a day. I want to remember what happened then, and I want to remember what happened during the assault by the most famous black cowboy the world has known in modern time anyway. I want to know what happened because he slipped me a Mickey, and I want to remember what happened. So I've been doing that, and I've been tuning in with my spirit guide like every minute of the day, like constantly. And I also use a pendulum. I also use a pendulum when it's a yes or no question. Like today I said, should I wash my dishes first or do this live stream first? And it said, do the live stream first. I have a mountain of dishes. But I also had some plant medicine experience, and I would have to say that I've healed my PTSD issues. It was so profound. The whole experience, it was galactic. That's the other reason why I'm just fully like embracing this whole galactic nature. But I realize that the pain that I feel when I'm triggered by my assault, or any assault, but especially if I see my raper's face on the screen, when I'm triggered, I'm not only feeling my pain, I'm feeling the pain of the world. I'm feeling the pain of everyone that has experienced assault, rape, domestic violence, torture, yes, plant therapy, yes, torture. I feel all of that when I'm triggered. I don't just feel my pain. I feel all of it. I've been told I'm empathic. And so I realize that pain I feel is not frozen in time to that one moment. And that moment is not the thing that has impacted my finances and my life and my relationships. That one moment is not responsible for all of this. And that gave me a lot of freedom. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So I just wanted to share that. Yes, I wanted to share that. That I had an experience where that's what came to me. And I'm going with it. I'm going to keep doing these sounds. It was brought out that the sound, the music that I'm doing is very important. I just have to keep going, even though it's not always I don't always see the effect. I suppose that's the ego. I want to see the impact. And I have to trust that I may never see the impact. I have to find a way to be comfortable with that and just know that it's going out and it's working. But the most important thing was that I've let go of that attachment to the injury from that one day. You can feel the tone. Yeah, you can feel the new peace. Yeah, and the strength, right? The strength, the spiritual strength, the Kent and the Nect. And yes, tuning into my spirit guide, though, was the thing. Instead of listening to other people so much, I listen to other people, hear what they have to say, but it's me that's making decisions. So yeah, that was the last bit of the, and I'll go into that more next time about the plant medicine and the galactic nature. Some of you may be familiar with the Galactic Federation. I don't know how comfortable I am going to be about talking about that in public, but that's part of it too. You know about the Galactic Federation? Okay, good. Uh-oh. Okay, well, somebody shut down my live stream on TikTok. I guess I was talking about something they didn't like. Let's see, what does it say? Imhotep transits. My live access will be restored on March 22nd. Authenticity. Integrity and authenticity policy. We don't allow content that spreads misinformation, spreads misleading. No. I guess I'm going to appeal their decision. Never heard of the Galactic Federation? Well. Well, I guess I could just, there's so many. Violation reason, misinformation. Okay. How many can I choose? Okay, well, I'll deal with that later. Okay. Yeah, the Galactic they banned me from doing live streams until March 22nd. It was a very good live stream. Okay. Anyway, but when I first started hearing about the Galactic Federation, I thought it was like a new age thing for people of the North. And I'm not sure if it's a federation of simply beings from other dimensions or other galaxies, and they reach out to humans for working on things together, light workers. That's what I know about it so far. I'm going to find out more, though. I guess I'm not supposed to talk about plant medicine or the Galactic Federation on TikTok. All right. Well, I appreciate you all being here and tuning in. I had a lot of fun. And I'll be back. Oh, the schedule. I posted the schedule on the platforms. I'm not posting announcements. I'm not posting, I'm going live in 5 minutes. I'm not doing any of that. The schedule for these live stream sessions so far is when a planet or the sun moves into Ophiuchus. And it's not there that, the moon is in Ophiuchus maybe once a month. So I don't know if I'm going to do this more often than that. Around the time of Ophiuchus in November, there's a lot more going on. So, but we'll see. Thank you so much for you tuning in live, and those of you who tuning into the replay. If you have any topics for wellness, light, well-being, history, culture, sovereignty, anything like that, you know where to find me. Just type in your suggestions and I will do my best to cover it in the next transmission. Imhotep. Thank you.